thank you, Linda, for that kind introduction, for your many years of leadership at the YWCA Richmond. Linda and I served on another board together at the Children's Museum, and she convinced me to join the board of the YWCA Richmond, and I've never regretted it, so thank you for that. I also want to congratulate my dear friend Rupa Murthy for being named the new CEO of the YWCA Richmond. I have every confidence that she will be a thoughtful and effective leader and do everything within her power to advance the mission of this organization. As many of you know and have heard, the YWCA holds a special place in my heart, not only as a former board member, but as a 2014 award winner for law and government. And I love coming back to this lunch, and I'm so grateful that we are finally back in person for the second year in a row, because I started coming to these luncheons as a young lawyer when I first graduated UVA Law School and was working at Hunton & Williams. And every time I would come to this luncheon, I would leave reinvigorated. I would leave inspired. And even sometimes, particularly once I was in the General Assembly, I may be frustrated by something that had happened earlier in the day, but coming to this lunch always reminds me why I do what I do. Because the YWCA Richmond embodies helping people like me achieve what I've achieved. The intersectionality of its mission of eliminating racism and empowering women is exactly what helped me break barriers as the first Black woman elected to Congress from Virginia. And frankly, it blows my mind that in 2023 we are still having firsts, but here we are. And while it is an incredible honor, it is also an incredible responsibility to ensure that I'm not the last, and that I am helping to pave the way for others in whatever they hope to achieve. Because throughout my career, I've had to navigate spaces often where I was the only woman, the only Black woman in the room. This organization is helping to ensure that every child in Virginia can have access to the foundation that they need through early childhood education, that every woman in the Richmond area can ensure that if they face a loved one hurting them the most, that they have a safe place to go and resources. And I love how this organization dug in before it was cool to addressing the deep, deep scar in our community caused by slavery and Jim Crow. And I want to commend the YWCA for not only starting that work before it was cool, but continuing that work even when facing a backlash. That is why I feel called every year to come back to this lunch. I know today, as many of my friends are being awarded today, I know I will leave just as inspired, just as reinvigorated as I did the first time I came. And I'll confess, given that we've got a little debt ceiling fight that I've got to get back to Washington to deal with next week, I really need that encouragement today. So thank you all for everything that you do, and congratulations.